The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
4 yards the pickup, first down. The Cowboys at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Prescott now. Right back to Tolbert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. You look at this Jaguar defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu, and the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on the first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
All right, let's go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Lawrence will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Yeah, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Here's Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Here's the 24.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, easy, route.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Here we go! What a take! Where are you take?
Now Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Yeah, here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on third and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Here we go. Stuart.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
What do you think?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott. And it's caught. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Andrew Booth making the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Take right open.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Hey, Lion.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action with Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. In that last touchdown drive, they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Here we go! Right up, 26.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Now, I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake, Prescott. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go! Right check! Here we go, 47!
To the air again, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and a couple. Now Lawrence. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
Go, let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On play action, Lawrence. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Here's Prescott rolling to his left.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here we go. 26.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 26.
In motion, that's Tolbert.
26.
Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
We're going to 54. 26.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, kill.
In motion goes the tight end. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Hey,
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
11. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
They go play action now. Lawrence throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Here's Lawrence.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action now. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw is Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Prescott off play action. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But
and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Another run with Mitchell.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Hey, go!
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, this was a really nice